Okay, very good morning, everyone. So today we are going to start the JMeter training, and Krunal has shared contents for the same, which I needs to cover in this training session. So before I start, I'll introduce myself. My name is Sukhvinder. So I'll lead you all those stuff which has been shared by Krunal regarding the JMeter course. I have around 6+ year of experience in IT. So since couple of years, I have been involved in the performance testing. So we'll share the whatever the knowledge I have, I will try to share with you guys so that that can be beneficial for you in your career as well. So in order to proceed further, if can you please share one introduction with all? Parth.
Yes, yes. Hello, this is Parth Rathod, and I have worked as the QA lead in communication craft. Previously,
Okay.
I worked for Stone for 7 years,
Mhm.
and I'm basically from Ahmedabad.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Hello all. I'm Bansri Goswami. I have a 6 years experience in QA field, and right now I'm working in a Trails of INC, which is based on Gandhinagar. So my current location is Gandhinagar, so I'm staying over there.
And that's fine. Parth and Mansuri, do you have an idea what the API is, how the API is working?
For my side, I can say yes, I have the knowledge. It's a code which we have to execute in the something tool, but
Mhm.
we didn't use it in our as per we didn't get any kind of requirement for using API testing also.
Yeah, no worries. I'll definitely go through the from scratch as well so that I can brush up your API knowledge, whatever I have with you as well. So, Bansari, do you have any idea what the API is? What does it work?
Currently we are using Postman tool in API testing. I mean,
Exactly.
how can we
Yes.
respond? I mean, gate, post, any
Yeah.
different methods we are using in a tool. So this is the basically
Okay.
the data retrieve in our
Exactly.
applications and from backend.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What do we do in the API? We send some requests and we are waiting for some response and we'll validate whatever the response we are getting is as expected or not. I'm correct, Bansari?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So in a
And
similar manner, we'll yeah,
in
please,
different
please.
code, 401 to 200, it's a API response code. So it's a pass
Yeah,
fail, whatever we are.
exactly.
It's a
See,
code
nowadays,
when
yeah,
we are getting.
nowadays nowadays every business logic has been written under the API. So, as we are using any application, we can see that we are able to log in with the Facebook. We are able to log in with the LinkedIn account. So what they have done is that their application have consumed the API. So they have used the APIs of Facebook as well as LinkedIn in order to authenticate the user in their application.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me show my screen. Let me know once it is visible for both of you. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes.
it's visible.
So Bansri and Path, so this is the course which has been shared by Kunal. So I'll try to cover each topics of this. So probably today most of the topic we are going to brush up the basics, right? Because basic is very necessary to get more stronger so that we can proceed further. Uh, I do not more focus on theoretical knowledge, but today's session is purely dedicated on the theoretical part because it is very required. It is most required. So we have this number of topics which has been shared. This topic has not been shared, but I'll try to cover from myself if time persists. So over here, if you anyone have wants to go deep dive into the API testing, yes, we can. With the help of JMeter, we can automate the entire flow of API testing. Also, we can integrate with the Jenkins. So whenever your developer deploy your build, you get some notification. You can simply start your job from the Jenkins itself. So the entire API testing flow can be done with the help of Jenkins. And the second one is the Grafana implementation with Influx database. So reporting is very important part. So how you represent your performance test result is much more important than anything else. So it is the Grafana is a third-party tool. InfluxDB is also a third-party tool. So what you have to do, you have to integrate the Grafana as well as the InfluxDB to provide a more creative report itself from yourself as well. So just for a demo, let me share with you how Grafana reports look like. So are you able to see this graph?
Yeah.
So this kind of is the report which you can able to provide to your client if required, but you need to take a help of this third party Grafana as well as the Influx database help. In JMeter, JMeter HTML reports look like this. So you are able to see that this is of some basic kind of report. Just to be more creative, we have to use Grafana as a third party tool. Okay. So if we'll persist the time, definitely, I'll definitely share these 2 points with you all as well. So let's go with the first point, introduction on performance testing. Okay, what do you mean by performance testing? Can you please share some idea about it? Parth?
Basically, our load testing, stress testing, we can cover. It's a type of the performance testing.
Exactly.
We can check reliability, I mean scalability, as speed,
Exactly.
etc. Performance.
Exactly. So Parth, do you have any some idea?
Actually, as per my knowledge, number of users are fetching the website, so we just have to check the load and performance according to that user. So to check that particular situation, we need to perform performance testing.
Exactly. Let's take a live example. A few years back, Flipkart has done some sale. So their system get crashed and user face many issues according to it. And Sachin Bansal, who was the owner of at that time, who was the CEO of Flipkart, he has sent a personal email to each and every user of Flipkart. If you have used a Flipkart at that point of time, I think 1 or 2 year back, you would have received that kind of email. At that point of time, they have not thought that this kind of load their system will face, but number of users were more than their expectation. At that point of time, Flipkart get crash. So yes, you both are correct. We have to check the stability, response time, speed. There are plenty of other things like scalability, like reliability. You have to check all those things when certain amount of load has been put onto your application, right? Let's say your system has been made for 100 user, and how your system gets behave when 1000 users come and try to use your application. Nowadays, there are in e-commerce application, there are Diwali sale, Republic Day sales. So at that point of time, uh, they have some criteria that so XYZ number is going to use their application. Nowadays, if Diwali sale is going to happen in Amazon, then definitely Indian, most of the users belongs to India, is going to use that Amazon application on that day, right? So if the sale is going to about hit on the 10 a.m., so they can expect a load around from 9:50 to 10:15, right? Like we have in a IRCT app. So if you can able to book a Tatkal ticket, which is very difficult nowadays, it is very difficult
Hmm.
to book a Tatkal 3 AC ticket, because the amount of load is more than their expectation or more than their infrastructure expectation. For example, their server RAM, right? The whatever the content they have using in the server is not as per the expected. Hence, we are failing or facing to book a Tatkal ticket in IRCTC application. So moving further, what is performance testing? Yeah, performing testing is Bansri is a non-functional type of testing which ensure that our application will perform well under a particular or under a certain amount of load, right? So you both have said the correct thing. So in order to proceed further, we can say that it refers to testing the stability and response time of an application by applying load. Stability means we can say the number of design user. The response time is time taken by a server to process your request. And load means we can say that a virtual user. In virtual user, if I go to, in a simple term, we can say that is a dummy user, right? Which behave as
Yeah.
act like a normal user. Are
Yes.
you okay with this point? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the response time, Mansuri, over here?
Hello. Yeah.
Hello. So there is some echo
Yeah.
from your
Yeah.
end, I
Tell
guess.
me what you are saying.
What do you have been understand with the response time?
Response time. I mean, how many type of the request we can receive that time. It's
Yeah, exactly. I think in initial level, when I've asked you the API, you have said that when you hit some request, you will get a response, right? But even in Postman, you'll get some
Uh,
idea in what second you will receive that request, right? In what second you will receive that response. Sometimes some API takes 2 seconds, sometimes some API take 10 seconds, right? So if there is a heavy API where calculation has to be done, that is definitely gonna take huge amount of time. So that is a response time. So
uh,
uh, sorry, you're saying some.
Excuse me. Sorry to actually, I couldn't understand like 10 seconds. So in 10 seconds, one user will fetch the page. It is the time we consider like
No,
something.
no, 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 no. Okay, I have to go to the API further ahead. With that will definitely make you understand this thing more in wider way. Let me give you one example. Part once you have logged in into any application, you will see that you have been logged in
Okay.
successfully in your Facebook account, right? What happened?
Yes.
On the backend side, what happened is that you have sent some request and you got a response, right? You
Request.
have sent a request
Response
as a
as
to
well.
is a that can be a post request or that can be a get request. In the post request, you have sent two parameters, your email address as well as your password, right? When these things hit to the server,
Okay.
you will get a response from the server. Okay, you have been logged in successfully. That point of time, you can see your Facebook home screen, right? And that
Yes.
amount of time which has been taken by a server to process your request, that is a response time of that API,
Okay. Okay.
of that a
Means a
single
request and
API,
response
right?
for right?
Yeah, request is I'll go further ahead in API testing part. You can understand in a more narrow way.
Okay.
I'll go
Okay.
further
Okay.
ahead. So,
Okay.
okay. So over here, if you don't mind, as my habit to ask this kind of question after explaining, is that fine for both of you?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Fine for Bansuri side as well?
Yeah.
If you guys have any question or you want me to communicate in Hindi as well, then let me know. And you can ask your question any point of time till this course is going on. I can share my Skype ID with you, with both of you as well.
Okay. Okay.
Today I am not going to give you any kind of task because today our agenda is more about theoretical side because basic is very important. So when I give you some practical task as well, if you stuck somewhere, you can directly ping me over there, or you face some error, you can directly ping me at that point of time over the Skype as well. But don't go further without understanding any concept. If you still have any question, just ask me. It doesn't make whether that is a silly question or not. You can simply ask that because from their point, you are start learning something, right?
Yeah.
So moving further, as Bansari has said about the load testing, there are a couple of
Yeah.
types, which is types of performance testing. So load testing is one of the, stress, endurance, scalability, then volume testing. What do you mean by load testing? What load testing is, let's say our system or our server infrastructure has been made in such a way that only 1,000 user is going to use that application. So in load testing, we'll test our application below or equal number of design user, right? So in that time, in load testing, we'll test our application, let's say with a 10 user, with 100 user, with 500 user, and the last number is 1,000, because our application is made such a way, or our server infrastructure is such a way that we cannot go beyond the 1,000 virtual user. So at that point of time, whatever the testing will do, will go either the equal number of design user or below the number of design user. So that is the load testing. Is this fine? For both of you? You got it?
Yeah.
Equal number.
Can you just, yeah, please, please.
Please
Equal
elaborate
number
more.
means, let's say हमारी, yeah,
The ideal number
let's say
is
हमारा जो, लेट्स से जो हमारे डेवऑप्स टीम है, उन्होंने सर्वर ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर किया हुआ है कि उन्होंने 2 GB रैम यूज की हुई है, राइट? उन्होंने सीपीयू यूसेज
हाँ,
इतना
हाँ.
ही दिया हुआ है हमारी एप्लीकेशन को, देन उन्होंने हमें बताया कि भी हमारी एप्लीकेशन जो है वो 1,000 यूजर से ज्यादा रिलायबल नहीं है। लेट्स से कोई भी एक एंटरप्राइज लेवल एप्लीकेशन है, जैसे कंपनी यूज कर रही है, सिर्फ एक कंपनी, एंड कंपनी हैज अ एम्प्लॉय ऑफ 500 और 600, राइट? तो डेवऑप्स ने बोल दिया कि भाई 1,000 इज द लिमिट, राइट? तो हम लोग 1,000 क्या है, दैट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ डिजाइन यूजर, राइट? हम लोग 1,000 के ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे। हम लोग 10 से शुरू कर सकते हैं, हम लोग 1 से शुरू कर सकते हैं, 500, हम लोग 50 तक जाएंगे, 500 तक जाएंगे, 999 तक जाएंगे, 1,000 तक जाएंगे, बट 1,000 के ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे। So this is what the load testing is all about. Then if we go further, if we go further ahead, we have a stress testing where we go beyond the number of design user, right? जैसे 1,000 तक तो हम गए ही गए, हम 1,500 तक भी जाएंगे, हम 2,000 तक भी जाएंगे, हम 3,000 तक भी जाएंगे। अब ऐसा होगा इसमें कि जो रिस्पॉन्स टाइम होगा ना, जो 1,000 में आपको मिल रहा होगा हर एपीआई का, तो वो होगा अंडर 5 सेकेंड या अंडर 3 या अंडर 10 भी हो सकता है। बट जैसे ही आप यूजर अब करोगे ना 1,000 के ऊपर 1,500 करोगे या 2,000 करोगे, तो जो रिस्पॉन्स टाइम है ना वो बढ़ने लगेगा, ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यदि आप कोई भी आप एप्लीकेशन एक्सेस करते हो मोबाइल में या वेब में, यदि आपको 3 सेकंड में रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आता ना, एक ह्यूमन बिहेवियर है, वो उस एप्लीकेशन को दोबारा देखते ही नहीं है, क्योंकि वो इतना टाइम लगा रही है रिस्पॉन्स में कि हमें रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आ रहा है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप कोई गेमिंग एप्लीकेशन ही यूज कर रहे हो, यदि आपको रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आ रहा है तो आप ज्यादा उसमें डीप डाइव नहीं करोगे, बोर लगेगा आपको, चलो ये छोड़ो दूसरी एप्लीकेशन देखो। तो ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस को टारगेट करने के लिए ऐसा, हमें तो ऐसा सिखाया गया है कि आपको 3 सेकंड में आपकी एपीआई ऐसी होनी चाहिए, 3 सेकंड और अंडर 5 सेकंड, दैट कैन बी ओके। बट यदि वो 5 सेकंड के ऊपर टाइम ले रही है ना, तो दैट इज नॉट अ गुड पॉइंट। At that point of time, developer can optimize their code, or the system's infrastructure has to be more upgraded. Let's say जो RAM है वो 2 GB से 4 GB ट्राई करना चाहिए उनको उस केस में, ठीक है? जो भी उनका सर्वर है उसमें दे हैव टू मेक सम चेंजेस, क्योंकि यदि यूजर को स्पीड ही नहीं मिलेगी, यार आप कोई भी एप्लीकेशन यूज कर रहे हो, यदि आपको रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आ रहा है, ठीक है, तो व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ दैट एप्लीकेशन? जस्ट टू मेक अ मोर ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस इन अ गुड वे। सो आपकी एपीआई को रिस्पॉन्स जितनी जल्दी करोगे तो डेटा उतनी जल्दी आएगा। यदि आप कोई सेंसेक्स का वो देख रहे हो, एप्लीकेशन यूज कर रहे हो, जितनी देर में आपको रिस्पॉन्स आया तब तक शेयर मार्केट कहाँ का कहाँ पहुंच गया, आप परचेस करने जा रहे हो, लोडर ही घूमे जा रहा है, राइट? So this is what the response time matters a lot in performance testing. So in stress testing, as I said, you have to go beyond the number of design user. Then endurance testing. In endurance testing, we'll test our application continuously for a longer period of time. Let's say आज हम लोग कोई एक 2 व्हीलर भी चलाते हैं ना, तो हम लोग उसको कंटिन्यू 1 दिन 2 दिन चला सकते हैं, बट इट हैज सम लिमिट। कोई भी एक चीज है, उसकी कंटिन्यू यूजेज करने की एक लिमिट है। टीवी हमारा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 1 दिन चल गया, 2 दिन चल गया, 3 दिन, जरूरी नहीं हो 7 दिन कंटिन्यू चले ही चले। सो इसमें हम लोग लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम अपनी एप्लीकेशन को टेस्ट करते हैं. लेट्स से फॉर कंटिन्यूसली फॉर 4 आवर 8 आवर स्क्रिप्ट कंटिन्यू इतना रखते हैं इसमें. देन वी हैव अ वॉल्यूम टेस्टिंग. In volume testing, we'll test our application with huge amount of data. For example, let's say we have a Netflix application, right? And there are 10 people in the world who have a Netflix admin access. Admin access means there are 10 people who can upload their content in Netflix, right? So the 10 people have been, sit across the globe, and let's say and they have tried to upload the data at the same point of time. 10 users have tried to insert the data at the same amount of time, let's say 10 a.m. in the morning. Then how the system gets behave, how the database get behaved at that point of time, that is what the volume testing is. You have to test the application with a huge number of data, and at that point of time you can verify how your database is getting behaved. जनरली तो ऐसा नहीं होता है, लाइक लेट्स से, बट जो बड़ी बड़ी एप्लीकेशन होती है, जैसे यूट्यूब मेरा कोई एक चैनल है, फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने उसका एक्सेस 2-3 लोगों को दिया है, और हम सब लोग कंटिन्यू एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद डेटा डाले जा रहे हैं. हाउ सिस्टम इज गेटिंग रिस्पॉन्स, सिस्टम हैंग तो नहीं हो रहा है, टाइम आउट तो नहीं हो रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू वेरीफाई.
तो फिर what
Any-
मतलब तो फिर stress I have a question. So as
yeah,
per stress testing is like beyond the design users, right? And this endurance
exactly.
testing is also, I think, the same. So what is the difference like?
No, there is a different thing. In endurance test, we'll test the application for a longer period of time. Let's say कि हमारा
Okay.
वर्चुअल यूजर, हमारा जो एक्सपेक्टेड यूजर है वो 1000 ही है, तो हम 1000 के साथ 15 मिनट नहीं लगाएंगे, हम 1000 के साथ 4 घंटे तक अपनी एप्लीकेशन टेस्ट करेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट द एंडोरेंस टेस्टिंग इज.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
स्ट्रेस
Okay.
टेस्टिंग हम तो अपना यूजर बढ़ा रहे हैं, हम टाइम नहीं बढ़ा रहे हैं, राइट? सो ये
Okay.
डिफरेंस.
Okay.
हाँ मतलब
So
यूजर
here I, yeah, please Bansal, please, right?
So
I
in
mean,
Bansari, you were saying something.
आई मीन स्ट्रेस टेस्टिंग में आई मीन अपन अपने टाइम मतलब जो है वो एग्जिस्टिंग ही टाइम यूज कर रहे हैं, बट यूजर्स हम इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं. ओके.
Exactly. Then there is a one more terminology, that is a scalability testing. The only it is similar to the stress testing, right? But the only difference between stress testing and scalability testing is we find the bottleneck. We try to find out the bottleneck situation. Bottleneck situation as of now आपके लिए थोड़ा समझने में डिफिकल्ट हो, बट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड एज अ फेलियर ऑफ एन एप्लीकेशन, राइट? जैसे आप कई बार देखते हो ना कि IRCTC का एग्जांपल बेस्ट दूं मैं, तो आप टिकट बुक करने जाते हो, यू विल गेट अ समटाइम बैड गेटवे एरर, समटाइम टाइम आउट एरर. ठीक है?
yes,
So
yes.
that can be considered as a failure, right? That can be considered as a failure, or can be considered as a bottleneck situation. Bottleneck situation is you got the failure point of your application. जैसे स्ट्रेस टेस्टिंग में
Okay.
आपका एक सिस्टम बना हुआ है बंसरी, वो 1000 यूजर्स के लिए बना हुआ है. आप स्ट्रेस टेस्टिंग में 1500 तक जा रहे हो, 2000 तक जा रहे हो, 2500 तक जा रहे हो. ठीक है? बट स्केलेबिलिटी टेस्टिंग में आप तब तक जाओगे जब तक आपको फेलियर पॉइंट नहीं मिलता. That can be reached up to 50,000, or that can be reached up to 80,000. This is the only difference between stress and scalability testing.
Okay.
The similar manner I have written over here as well. As I informed you, load testing, testing the stability and response time by applying load which is less than design number of user or equal to design number of user. Let's say 1000 or 500. In stress testing, testing the stability and response by applying more than design number of user. Scalability जैसे मैंने भी आपको बताया, we have to find the bottleneck situation. So हम लोग आगे तो बढ़ेंगे expected user से, but हम लोग को जो peak point है जहाँ पे हमारी application crash होती है, हमें वो find करनी है. जब तक हमें वो नहीं मिलती, we will not get stopped. So you guys want to note it down, then you can note it down at your notepad as well if you want.
Yes. Okay, I have done.
Okay, Bansri?
2 minutes.
Yeah, sure, sure.
In short, bottleneck, we can say crash, right?
Yeah, we can say crash. Your system is not behaving as we expected. जैसे loader ही घूमता रह रहा है 10-20 सेकंड, 1-2 मिनट, system get freeze, right? This kind of stuff. जैसे आपको टाइम
Okay.
आउट मिल जाता है, जैसे IRCTC में तो बहुत कॉमन सी चीज है,
Yes,
क्योंकि
yes.
इंडिया में इतने नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स इतने हैं, उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इतना, IRCTC हैज बीन आई थिंक मैनेज्ड बाय TCS, उन्होंने सर्वर कैपेसिटी तो उतनी
Yes.
रखी होगी, नो डाउट इन दैट, बट पॉपुलेशन इतनी है इंडिया में, यूजर्स इतने हैं, तो वहां पे प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है।
Okay. Yes.
IRCTC करंट टाइम एप्लीकेशन बहुत अच्छी है, बट यूजर्स इतने हैं ना, बियॉन्ड देयर एक्सपेक्टेशंस है।
Hmm.
एक बंदे की टिकट करने के लिए 4 बार, कई बार 4 एजेंट को हम बोलते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल 4 रिक्वेस्ट तो वहीं से सर्व हो जाती है, सपोज रिक्वेस्ट जा रही
Hmm.
Sukhvin,
Yeah.
done from my side. Yeah.
है। ओके, kindly note the volume testing as I have informed you, testing the stability or response, or testing in application with huge volume of data. So as you both guys know that software testing, we have a different terminologies for each definition. So endurance testing is also known as a SOAP testing, just for your information.
I think your voice is not properly coming.
What I'm saying that in software testing field, we have a number of terminologies for a single term, right? Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, you are.
I'm clearly, yeah. So what I was saying that in software testing field, we have a number of
Yes,
terminologies
Yeah.
yes.
for
Hello,
each term.
audible.
Let's say,
Yeah.
yeah. Done with this, let me know.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bansri.
done. Hello.
Yeah, done. So
Yeah.
what I was saying that कि हमारी सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग में ना एक चीज के बहुत सारे नाम होते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल इंटरव्यू में हमें कुछ XYZ पूछता है, हमें वो चीज पता होती है, बट हमें ये नहीं पता कि हम जो जानते हैं उसको ये भी बोलते हैं। तो इंटरव्यूअर्स में कैन मे एक्सपेक्ट दे वी आर अवेयर अबाउट द सोक टेस्टिंग, सो सोक टेस्टिंग इज नथिंग बट is equal to endurance testing as well. It is a different name of endurance testing, so I have written over here as well.
Okay.
Done? Done both of you till that?
Yep, I have done.
Yeah, so Bansri and Parth, do you have any question about any definition of performance testing? You have any query what the performance testing is, what the type of performance testing? Any questions so far till yet?
Done.
Sorry?
No, but your voice is breaking.
I don't know. I think something internet is not going as expected. Oh, let me check the screen.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
right
on, hold
now,
on.
hello. Okay, okay.
Let me check the screen first. Hold on.
Yeah, right now,
Or I have to reach
audible.
right now. I got it. Okay, so if we go further ahead, we have a API concept as well. So as I told you, API plays a very important role in performance testing. What is an API? As I told you, API, lots of business logic has to be written under the APIs as well. So it is a acronym of application programming interface, which act as a middle layer, or we can say that it acts as an interface between client and server. Right? Audible enough? Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah. So API
Hello.
act
Yeah,
as an interface between.
here.
You are audible.
Yeah, so what I mean to say, API act as an interface between client and server. So the three layer of API has been shown as in the PPT. The first one is the presentation layer. Second one can be considered as a business logic or API code. Third one is a data layer. So part over here, presentation layer can be considered as your UI of that application, which you are accessing from a client side. Then API code and then data layer can be considered as a database. This is the three layer of an API. So the best example
Voice
can
is
be
not
shown over
properly
here.
audible.
So give me a minute. Let me reconnect with you once.
Yeah, maybe
Hold on.
net issue.
Yeah, hold on. Let me reconnect it. Give me some 2 or 5 minutes time.